The internet has a new main character today who's being ripped into for his zombies opinions, and his name is the Act Man. And so he tweeted yesterday saying, dude, the new Warzone zombies sucks straight ass. Who the hell thought it would be a good idea to put a time limit in a Call of Duty Zombies mode? They don't even have a round-based map you can play. This is depressing. So through this video, now that you've seen his tweet, there's a lot of stuff that we need to dig into with regards to the follow-up and responses to it. But I want you to continuously track your opinion towards the Act Man and towards this discourse, right? So like, let's form our initial snapshot opinion of what he's saying. The new Warzone zombies sucks ass. Why has it got a time limit? They don't even have round-based. It's depressing. Snapshot, what's your opinion? Go. Think about it. You'll notice also that this isn't just any old Act Man tweet. Like, the Act Man is a pretty big YouTuber. He gets a lot of views on his kind of think pieces and reviews of games and all sorts of stuff like that, right? But it's certainly not normal for his tweets like this one to get 1.4 million views. That's a lot of views. That means there's a lot of conversation happening around this tweet. So why is that the case, right? Well, he followed up by tweeting, then again, I've always had hot takes when it comes to zombies, so don't let me stop you from enjoying it if you do. Okay. But that only got 121,000 views. So people clearly are not focused on this follow-up tweet. People are much more focused on this. Why is that the case? Well, if we scroll down a little bit here, we've got some sort of comedy satire from people like Hidden Xperia, a friend of mine, who said, allotted fun expiring. Please leave the game. Your fun is ending. Just joking around about the timer, which I think is pretty funny. And then we scroll a little bit further and we get this. Is this you? Because if so, your opinion ain't valid. Interesting. Okay. What could possibly make his opinion invalid here? We click through to the tweet. It's from Kai. And Kai's quoting the Act Man and says, dude, the new Warzone zombies sucks straight ass. That's the quote. And he's like, bro, you suck straight ass, which is a pretty funny little clap back there. But there's a clip attached. So let's take a look at the clip now and decide whether or not we think Kai is on the money here. And if it does indeed mean the Act Man's opinion on this matter is invalid. And just so you know, I'm not cherry picking some random tweet out of the situation here. This reply has 1.6 million views. So this has more views than the original tweet did. So clearly this has gone pretty mega viral. Let's try and understand why that's the case. We're going to watch the entire thing in full. Here we go.
Oh God, am I going to make it?
So Storm's coming in.
Oh no.
There's a tier 2 zombie and he's tapping it. Okay.
Oh no! Look, Ma, one hand.
Okay, so he's wisecracking as this happens.
We're done here.
Where's my team? What the fuck are they doing?
Okay, and he's looking for his team.
Why are they over there?
And they're at an exfil. Okay. But he doesn't know that they're at an exfil.
Is the chopper gonna come here or what?
Is the chopper coming here? Okay. No.
Where's the chopper?
Okay.
You didn't extract? What do you mean? What do you mean I didn't extract?
Okay, so he's streaming here.
What is happening?
And he's talking to chat.
I went to the fucking objective. And why did it lead me there?
Gone to a ping on the map and thinks that that's the exfil.
I should probably throw this out.
Well, he didn't know it was the exfil. He just thought that was what he needed to do, I guess.
What the? I can't. Can I leave? Can I leave this game? Where do I go? Look, that was the thing.
Okay, so
like an
he's
extraction thing.
He's really focused on the ping.
Do I just quit the game? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Do I just leave?
Is he gonna quit the game here?
Look for the running man icon on the map. There's nothing anywhere near me like that.
Okay. There is bottom left. There is one there.
I don't see any icon. I think I'm just stuck here.
Is he gonna quit?
Well, all right.
Maybe not.
Well, at least I'm finally getting a lot of zombies to kill. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, I think I just gotta leave.
Okay. And that's the end of the clip. Okay, so that is why everyone's saying that he sucks straight ass, okay? So once again, like I said earlier in the video, let's create another snapshot in our minds here, okay? What do we think of the Act Man and his gameplay? And to follow up, What do we think about his opinion being valid or invalid? Do we think that his take that it sucks ass is now something we should just totally write off? Who thought it would be a good idea to put a time limit in the game? They don't even have round-based. Like, are we completely discarding that because of what you've just seen? Evaluate for a moment. I'm going to go back to Kai's quote tweet here, and I'm going to just point out a few things that I noticed in this gameplay, okay? So, first of all, he's very clearly standing in front of a ping on an ATV inside one of these cargo escort contracts, except the contract is not active. So he's just standing there with the ping on it. And I noticed when he pulled the map up just here, he doesn't know where his team are. And if you look on the left-hand side, he's on the very first mission of the game. This is Act 1, Mission 1. Ping a contract, complete it, and then exfil. So this appears to be the first time he's ever played the mode. And a lot of the confusion that we're seeing in the video here comes from the fact that he doesn't yet know exactly how it works.
Where's my team? What the fuck are they doing?
They're exfilling, but he doesn't know that because he's never seen an exfil before.
Yeah, so is the fucking chopper gonna come here?
No, it's not, because you're obviously at a ping, but he doesn't know that that ping is different to the new objective that he needs to complete now, which is exfilling, because presumably earlier in his match, he was following the ping to the objective that the game was prompting him with, whereas now that ping is just a generic ping.
Look for the running man icon on the map. There's nothing anywhere near me like that.
Again, if we take a look at his map here, you will notice that there are a couple of exfil points that have appeared. One is just here, but it's grayed out. It's grayed out because it's inside the storm, and as a result, it's no longer active. The same with the one up top that his teammates used. It's grayed out, it's just been used, it's not going to be active, and he certainly can't get there. And also because it's his first game, he's seeing this map for like the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, like I've played a large number of hours of Modern Warfare Zombies. I still find this map really cluttered, and a lot of the time it's hard to see exactly where the exfil points are, and just looking at him sort of sweeping around it here,
man icon on the map.
like, do you see an active exfil anywhere here? Do you see one? He took a quick look, he's being chased by zombies. I certainly didn't see one. We then, in this next little bit here, do see one when he pulls the map back up. There's one just down there, but it's pretty damn far away from where he is right now. And also, there's just a lot of visual clutter going on, so it's not the easiest thing to spot that it's all the way down there. And he doesn't know that that's how the game works right now. And so, he leaves the game. So, does the context that this is his first ever match of Modern Warfare Zombies change the snapshot opinions that you formed earlier in this video when we were talking about him sucking straight ass? Like, has your mind changed at all? Just curious. And if we dig into some of the other replies here just to see what people are saying, I don't even have any words for this one. Painful watch. There's no way he plays like this. I swear to God, I thought he was bugged in place for the first 30 seconds because he wasn't walking. He's so bad at video games that it's uncomfortable to watch. This is some of the worst gameplay I've seen in Zombies so far, etc, etc, etc. And the reason I wanted to sort of surface this is because there's been so many like hot takes being like, wow, let's laugh at this dumbass for being so bad at the game and then saying that he doesn't like it when he sucks. Like, of course he doesn't like it. He can't exfil, like what a doofus. But it really frustrates me when I see people that apply that sort of logic to other people's opinions and then say, and therefore your opinion is invalid. Like, ultimately, do I agree with his take here? No, I don't. I don't think it sucks straight ass personally. And do I think it's depressing? No, I don't think it's depressing either. But if he feels that way, he feels that way. And that is all right. And I really don't like the fact that as a community, like our first reaction to something like this, especially from someone that is not like within the zombies fold, our first reaction is to ridicule them as soon as we disagree and basically say, you're not allowed to have that opinion. Actually, it's invalid and you're terrible. Like there is no compassion there whatsoever. And I guarantee there are going to be people in the comments on this being like, it's not that deep. It was just joking around, blah, blah, blah. And like, fine. No, I'm not saying that you're like bullying the guy here. I'm just saying, well, allow me to take 2 minutes to explain my thesis for why I feel like this isn't the best approach for us to take. Okay, give me 2 minutes, all right? Keep an open mind for just 2 minutes. I think this year we have probably got a bigger influx of new players to zombies than we have maybe ever had in the past decade. I think that the last time we had this many new people to zombies was probably like Black Ops too. And I really strongly believe that. And the reason I believe that is that as much as Outbreak was big, Outbreak was still very much angled and marketed towards people that were already kind of into zombies. And granted, it picked up some players from elsewhere, whether it be from the multiplayer or whatever, but Outbreak still, I think, was somewhat confined, whereas this mode is the way to play on Urzikstan while people are waiting for Warzone. It is the mode to play if you want to do anything other than grind out a bit of MP in the game. And that is a massive, massive opportunity to bring new people in. On top of that, it is designed specifically with those new players in mind. It's designed specifically to capture the casuals and give them nice and easy contracts to do, and give them a nice, easy mission structure to follow, and give them a nice, easy story to follow. Like, it is built for those people to capture the eyeballs and attention of all of these less familiar zombies players. And so we have an opportunity in the next 12 months to welcome in a bunch of new folks into the community. And then next year, when we get our round-based zombies maps, which are coming, and I've talked about that in leak videos already, like links in the description if you want to check those out, or on screen right now. But when those maps come out, those round-based maps, we can have this massive new groundswell of zombies player support that then moves into the round-based mode. Treyarch is therefore more incentivized to build more round-based maps and to enhance the zombies experience in general, and just provide more for zombies people to sink their teeth into, because that's where the players are, and everyone wins. Like, Treyarch wins because people are loving their game mode. We win because we're getting more of the game mode that we love, and it's like one happy, positive feedback loop. But as soon as we start seeing takes like Ackman's tweet here, and we start tearing other people down for having different opinions, that positive feedback loop actually starts to fracture and fall apart. Like, there are a huge number of people, a huge number, that hate the fact that there is a time limit in the game. I don't like the fact that there's a time limit in the game, and I would personally argue that I don't suck ass at the game. I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but I don't think I suck ass. So if my opinion is valid, which I'm hoping it is, and I feel like the time limit being there is frustrating, and Actman feels the same way, is he really saying something that rogue here? And then they don't even have a round-based map that you can play, is like the most normie zombies opinion that you could possibly pull out of a hat right now. Like, I post videos on TikTok that go to the far reaches of the normieverse, and what are the normies saying? They're saying Modern Warfare 3 zombies either actually low-key kind of got me hooked and I was really surprised and now I'm really loving it, or they haven't tried it yet most of the time and they say there's no round-based map and that sucks. Like, people are obsessed with round-based coming back for obvious reason, and I get it, and I also am really looking forward to round-based coming back. But what that means is that this is not that weird an opinion. Like, this is actually pretty middle-of-the-road stuff. It's just that he also attached it to saying that it sucks ass. I think this is increasingly less commonly held an opinion because people are getting more into the mode, and it's something that they're warming to as the days and weeks go by. But like, just because he doesn't like it, and just because that there are things in it that he dislikes, doesn't mean that we need to like tear into him and like defend the game based on him not being good enough at it. What? I just don't like the energy of it. Like, ultimately, if someone else feels differently to you, does that mean that you need to make them feel like their opinion is not valid? I don't think that that's needed. Like, if someone in my comment section comes to me and says, I'm having a great time with Modern Warfare Zombies, like, I really make a point to respond to them and be like, hell yeah, that's awesome, you're having so much fun. If someone comes to me and says, I'm not really vibing with the mode, but I just used your Firebow guide to do the bow in DE, and like, I'm having loads of fun on round base right now and I can't wait for it to come back, I'm like, yo, same here, dude. Like, it is possible to recognize that different people in this community are going to feel differently about different things. And like I said in my whiteboard video, we have a more fractured community than ever before. But just because those fractures exist, just because some people like round base, other people prefer Modern Warfare 3 zombies, like, that doesn't mean that those people have to hate each other. It doesn't mean that one opinion is valid and the other isn't. Like, it's this black and white polarization that I think is just only harmful. And like, I know people are going to be like, it's just not that deep, like, we're just like joking around and stuff, and it's like, yeah, totally fine. But when you see people being beaten up for their opinions in this way, based on the way that they play the game, do you think that that's an environment where like new players are going to come in, see that they also play the game similarly, or they had a similar first experience, and then they see that exact behavior being pooped all over, and they're going to feel comfortable being part of that community? I don't think so. Like, I'd rather we try and welcome new people in, and this is like the most prototypical new person coming in, day one, game one reaction I've like ever seen. And like, I don't want to ostracize that. That's most people playing the mode for the first time. And before you're like, no, it's not most people. Like, most people have like common sense. They know to exfil and stuff. You have no idea how directionless most people are when they're playing a new video game for the first time. This is why devs have to go out of their way to like put massive yellow paint on ladders so that you know to climb them, and put massive arrows to places so that you know to follow them, and like stuff like that. The reason that stuff's there is because the average person, not the person that's leaving a comment on this video right now, not even the person that's watching this video, that's not the average. The average person is the person that hops off work and like plays maybe like 2 matches of Warzone with their mates or something, and then maybe once every couple of weeks on the weekend, they jump in and they play 1 or 2 games of zombies. Like, that's probably the average person. They don't have any idea about all the Easter egg stuff. Like, they're just sort of a little bit more zoned out, but maybe they get the occasional recommended tweet, for instance, about the game because it's something that they do enjoy, and they like send memes about the game to their friends or something in DMs. So the algorithm recommends them posts about the game. And what do they see when they get recommended one of those posts? They see this and they're like, oh, I kind of agree with him. And then they see him getting cooked and they're like, oh, well, that doesn't feel great. And I'm just like, it's just, it does nothing for us. It just goes nowhere. Like, it does nothing. There's no benefit to this other than like, okay, we can get some likes if we all make fun of him here. Like, yeah, he sucked in that gameplay. I must say it straight up. That was not like high level gameplay. But like, do I think that makes his opinion invalid? No. He's entitled to his opinion just like anyone else. And I'm not going to pretend that like my opinion is more valid than his. It's an opinion. It's subjective inherently. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just, I saw all this going down. I saw it going viral, and I saw people quote retweeting and slam dunking on him. And I was just like, it just leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Like, ultimately, if he doesn't like it, like, live and let live. So what? You're allowed to go about your day knowing that some people dislike the game that you like. I feel like this is a problem across all of like video game, Twitter and Reddit and all sorts though. So it's not really a zombies community specific thing, but just this year, I know that this is going to happen a bunch more because of the fact that we have this opportunity for these new players to come in and be brought into the fold in such an awesome, wholesome way. And like, I've had so many wholesome experiences in my matches already so far, like going into matches and reviving randoms when they go down and then giving them a ray gun and them not even knowing what to do with. Like, so many wholesome interactions like that have happened so far, and I would rather attempt to kind of like bring those people into the fold and welcome them if it's an effortless thing to do. Like, if it takes absolutely no brain power to make that decision, then hell yeah, let's do it. And I think it takes absolutely no effort to just not make fun of people when they're playing their first match and they also happen to have a different opinion to you. So I don't know, man. I just feel like we can do better here, guys. That's all. That's all. It's Thanksgiving. I'm trying to be thankful. I'm just saying, let's be thankful for enjoying the mode if we like it. We don't need to tear other people down in the process. That's all. Maybe I'm white knighting for Act Man right now. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That's just my 2 cents. Am I wrong?